Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Cat Sports, and it's our weekly Tiger breakdown. Finally, the Tigers giving a little bit of life into them. One game under 500, taking care of business in Chicago. Only losing, they lost 2 games to the Cubs, but they've won the first 3 of their 4-game series against the White Sox.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of upset about them losing the series to the Cubs. But they have a chance to sweep the White Sox, and they have one more game
One
against
more
them,
game against the White Sox.
and so they got a chance to sweep them. I think they should. Then they got, not anything super difficult. They have a homestand with the Angels and the Red Sox, and I think they should come out of that maybe at least a couple games over 500, if not, certainly over 500.
You played decently against the Cubs besides the last game. You lost the first one 3-1, beat them 8-2 the second game, lost 10-2 the final game. But the White Sox, you've handled business 5-2 first game, 13-4 second game, 9-4 today off a couple home runs. It was good.
It does help that the White Sox are god awful.
They are. They're god awful.
They're awful.
Lots of errors have been made.
Oh man,
Bobbles of the ball.
What the hell? That looks like my old softball team up
there. They have hit 100 losses with their loss today, 31 and 100 on the season.
They're the fastest team to get to 100 losses.
Are they?
I think so.
Right.
I was here, or it's been since the 1960 or something. I heard someone say.
But I mean, they are a god awful team.
They are
and
atrocious.
They are going to probably vie for the worst record in the MLB.
We need to sweep them, get to 500. We haven't been at 500 in how long?
Since this late in the season? A very long time. I think it's been since we've been in the playoffs.
Right. It's been quite a while.
So, right now, they're probably not going to reach the point of like the Cleveland Spiders at a 20 and 134 record with losses, but they have the chance to kind of get to where our record was at. I'm trying to remember.
That was pretty bad. I think we lost 119 games that year.
I'm pretty sure the Mets have the worst. I think. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I have the right one.
It's okay. We don't.
The Mets have the worst record with 40, 120, and 1. Right, I think we were just beyond that. We were around there, like 41 or something.
Yeah,
it's around there. It is not good at all.
No, and like I said, I'm not. We should beat this team. We should thrash this team, and we are. So that's good.
Yeah, we were 43 and 119.
Right, I'm just really impressed with some of these new guys coming up. I'm hoping this is, something that we can look forward to, and this isn't just a fluke. But Jace Young looks really good.
Sweeney
does not look bad at all,
and he wasn't even the top guy in that trade that we had him in. So
and he looks decent. I'm glad Baez. I think he's out for the year. I hope so.
Apparently, he is hurt. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm hoping he's gone. There are some people that think that they just created that situation.
He is out with hip and spine. He is out with hip and spine inflammation.
Yeah. Like I said, I think maybe there are a lot of people who think this is not on the up and up, and that they just simply do not want him around. And they want.
I mean, he's been spotty as of late. He's at least played decently sometimes, but I mean,
hey, if I'm getting
the young guys are getting more
paid, I'm going to be happy to go out there no matter what, anyway.
But
I mean, he's making a boatload and not doing nothing. So, I said, it's been night. Parker Meadows is looking better. Torkelson is. I'm hoping to God coming around. This is a young team. And it's been a lot of fun. We had what was our infield? Our infield was Colt Keith second, Torkelson, Sweeney, and Young.
And then you got Dingler at catcher. They're all 25 or younger.
Yeah, we got a good nucleus. I'm hoping this is something to give us something to look forward to. And so far, it's looking pretty good.
Sweeney right now is batting at a 211. Jung's batting at a 226.
It seems like doing better than that, though. It just seems like maybe their hits are timely. And
Parker Meadows is up to a 225. Like they played pretty decently.
It just feels like they're playing better as a team. Maybe that's it.
I mean, anything's better than the 184. Even Dingler's probably batting the worst of all the people we called up besides Creedler, who's filling in for Baez, but he'll see barely any time.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I don't see
Dingler's batting 170 compared to Jake Rogers batting 194. And so basically, what we need to do if we care about hitting at all, we need to get a better hitting catcher. Though
I'm trying to figure out who is considered the better fielder, Sweeney or Creedler.
Sweeney probably is a better fielder over Creedler, I would assume. But
yeah, at least you got decent defense.
Well, we got okay defense, but I mean, we are doing pretty decently. Colt Keith is now leading the team in average, which I didn't know. Statistically, at 264. Oh. Green's at 263. Veerling 258. Yeah, Winslow Perez, he's still hurt. Once Perez comes back from injury, because I'm pretty sure Winslow Perez is still hurt. Once he comes back from injury, I mean, that's going to be good. Like, you have good young bats that are playing well.
They're becoming an entertaining team to watch. They're fun to watch.
And we are hitting the point in the year where, like I was saying, you get yourself somewhat above 500, you might be able to make a run. You still play a couple more playoff teams ahead of you, Boston being one of them. Right? You sweep the White Sox, you get to 500, you win your series against the Angels, you go into the Boston series slightly above 500. They're the wild card team in front of you right now. Not that we're hoping for a wild card. I just want a good team. But they're 3 games ahead of you. While you're still 7.5 games back of Kansas City. So if you can get yourself to beat Boston up, catch yourself up on them, you still have a series against Tampa later in the year if Tampa doesn't fall apart because they trade their top guy. And really, you're just banking on the Royals and Twins not to do well the rest of the year after that. Because those are the last 2 teams. And in fact, you still have a series against the Royals in September. You do not have an easy month of September. So if you're going to get hot, now is the time. Because, yes, you started off against, you don't actually start off against anybody easy. You started off against the 74 and 58 Padres. So a good Padres team. You're going to then play the crappy Athletics in your final series in Oakland. And you should be able to sweep the Athletics.
We need to. But Oakland gave us trouble. I mean.
And then you're going to.
I don't think Oakland's as bad as the White Sox.
No, they're not. They're 56 and 75. Right. Then you're going to come back home and face the crappy Rockies at 48 and 83. So you have a good 6-game stretch to get some wins there. And then you're going to face the Orioles at home. Then you're going to play the Royals away. And then you're going to play the Orioles away. And then you're going to come home for Tampa. And you're going to finish out the season against the White Sox.
That's a rough ending.
So you're going to play playoff teams in the month of September and also play the bottom of the barrel teams in the month of September.
I just would like to see this team be above 500 right now.
That's what we want. I don't care about a playoff spot. I just am throwing out the 7.5 games back of the Kansas City Royals. If you can catch up to them by the time you go play them in the 3-game series, you can make noise.
The Orioles are still, how many games up are they on the Yankees?
They are not. They're the top wild card team.
The Orioles?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be playing their
butt Even that. If you want to even go with that.
If you were watching Jackson Holiday, the guy we were going to get for Scooble, if we were hoping, man, he's starting to tear it up.
Even if you want to say this, even though the Orioles are 100% making the playoffs, they're a wild card team in front of you. Yes, you're technically 10 games back of them, but you're playing 6 games against them.
Right.
Not like you're going to knock them out, but if you catch up and then you play your 6 games against the Orioles and somehow beat them up, you're going to put yourself with them. You're going to put yourself in a position to make some noise, basically, if you keep on doing what you're doing.
You got all this young youth and exuberance, and they don't know any better. Who knows what can happen? Who knows?
I would not count
keep
them
playing
out.
Their asses off. And I mean, I remember we were talking about them a month ago, and I felt like we should stop altogether, not even have a Tiger thing anymore. I was just like, what's the point? and then they turn it around like this. And
I say,
I said, to give you, this is what it's about. It's not always about championships. It's not always. It's about entertainment. It's about putting out a good product that you can get excited about watching and give you some hope. And the Tigers are doing that
right now. Yeah, they're playing well. I mean, right when football season starts, you start to get a little bit more entertaining, so they can entertain you through the week.
And you got 2 weeks, man. We're so excited. Can't wait for that first game. But I'm excited about the Tigers now too, and excited about the Red Wings coming up. It's going to hopefully be a fun winter in Detroit.
Yes. And luckily, that's that Sunday they do play. But they're going to play before the Lions, so at least you can watch the Tigers and then the Lions for their first game.
It's so sad because I would love to be able to talk about the Pistons. My era was back. I was just watching some video of the Bad Boy days, and even 20 years ago when we had Big Ben. It was a fun time. The Pistons were fun to watch, and I just feel bad.
No one cares about.
I can't even care. I can't even watch NBA basketball. It's so horrible to me. The game has changed into something I just don't want to watch. So,
but, I mean, at least we got the other 3 sports to be excited.
Yeah, and I like college basketball. I still enjoy watching college ball and stuff like that. But I feel bad that we can't talk more Pistons. It's just turned into something.
Maybe we will this year. Maybe we'll start talking all the sports.
Only if we have more malices at the palace.
But
that was the greatest day of my life.
But all we got to do is hope the Tigers win right now, right? If they can beat the White Sox today, technically when I put this video out, and sweep them, put yourself at 500, give yourself the advantage of the week to get above 500 for the first time in a long time in the month of August. You might be going into September above 500, which I don't think has happened since 2016. And you have your chance.
That's a good enough team. We can get lucky against some of the better teams. And
we played well against the better teams.
Yeah.
You beat the Yankees. You played very well against them.
It makes me worry. Like I said, we don't have much pitching, but we're getting a couple guys back. We're getting Mize. We're getting.
Somehow you've gotten by with 2 starters and 3 bullpen days a week. And
it's very hard to do that for a full season, though. You're going to get.
Somehow you've gotten by.
It's not going to be. It's not a good situation.
But you have a chance to make some noise, and hopefully, for their sake, I hope they
give us 5 innings. That's awesome. And who's the other guy? Reese Olson's coming back.
We got a guy today, technically again when this video is coming out, that's making their major league debut, Ty Madden or whatever his name is. Let's see how he does.
5 innings from our starters. Give us 5 innings, man. 5, 6 innings.
But I will say one thing that the Tigers are finally doing is having decent pitching, which hasn't been something they've had in a while. But
before we say this, one more. Well, I guess this is a question for later. I hope to God that they spend money next year.
Well, I think they will. I think there's talks that they will.
But they got their team. It's so weird.
They need money on pitching. That's basically all we need now. I think we feel good about everything else. But with that being said, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Let me know what you think, right? This is an interesting situation. We were writing off the Tigers a month ago as being a crappy team, and now they're back at chance to be 500.
They're fun to watch. That's all we can aim for. But they're fun to watch.
But all being said, remember to do what you got to do. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.